Blessings, beautiful Pisces. We are going to do your reading for March of 2024. I'm excited to see what comes through for you. All right, so let's go ahead and pull your first card here. How are you guys doing? I'm just getting full disclosure. I'm a Pisces, so I will filter my personal connection to this, but I just invite you all to let me know what's coming through for you as we go through this reading. I definitely want to hear about how my fellow Pisces are connecting to these readings, and you guys are so intuitive, so it would be fun to hear what your experience is. All right, beautiful Pisces. Let's see. We have you starting with the mastery level of the 8. I love this card. It's just so beautiful. Um, so if you really look closely at this card, the thing, and I've never noticed this before, but it almost looks like a heart. So that's really what I'm getting in this space is that this mastery is choosing from your heart. It's staying in flow and connected to that divine frequency within you by choosing your heart space over everything else. It's kind of, I almost get a little bit of like a warrior energy here, or warrioress, if you will, of kind of don't don't mess with me, right? Like I know what I'm here for. I know what I'm doing. I don't need your approval. I don't need you to comment. It's like, I just let me live my life. That's what I'm getting. It's just like, let me live my life because I know where I'm going. And excuse me, it's not coming from a place of ego. It's something is truly been ignited. It's like your heart space ignited, and where maybe before in the past you may have listened to what somebody was saying over what you were feeling, meaning that their words weren't matching the intuitive feeling you were getting. And now you know better. You're like, okay, I know my heart, and I know I trust in my intuition over anything else. And so the world may be coming at you, showing you the illusion, but you're no longer tricked. That's just the energy I'm getting. So it's not exactly it. I hope you're connecting what I'm saying, but it's kind of you finally got to a place where you trust in yourself over anything else. And I'm just going to congratulate you because that's not an easy thing to do when we are trained to trust what we see, what we hear, what we feel with our five senses. And to live in a world where we trust what can't be seen can be difficult at times. And it is a level of mastery to do that. And this is the mastery level of the 8. And I'm going to leave it at that because I'm going to kind of go into a little tangent here if I keep going. So let's go ahead and pick up okay, so here's your mastery card, holding consciousness outside your programming. So this truly is an experience of mastery that you are in right now, like that trust in your heart, that trust in your intuition, the trust in reading an energy or a frequency and intelligence outside of your programming is so precise that it is more real to you than maybe what reality is showing. Let's keep going. Okay, so this is what's being reflected back to you, and it is a mastery level of creation. It's a mastery level of the beginning states of creation. So what this could look like in the 3D world would be that you had an idea, you communicated your idea, and now you're writing it down. It's like it's clear enough that you're able to create like a blueprint or a the avatar that would go this with this would be the architect. And you're doing it in a mastery state. I'm going to go ahead and pull the next card because you have a 0 here. Okay, so you're getting a 5, a mastery level of a 5 here, which is the shift, the change. So you are in creation of something. I'm getting something that's pretty high level, and you are so in it that you are willing to, again, listen to your intuition, listen to that divine guidance within you over everything else. And where some people may get stuck in one idea, you're just so willing to shift. And that's the 8. It's the willingness to shift with the intelligence of the divine and not be attached to it having to be one way or to turn out one way. And because of that, it's going to keep elevating and becoming bigger or more or at a higher frequency, however you want to see that. So again, congratulations, because that's not an easy thing to do. Because a lot of times when something starts to be created, we want to attach to it and get in the way, and you're not doing that. And you're getting 2 5s here. So whatever it is that you're in the experience of is going to continue to shift. And there's a lot of changes coming up. So this is an internal knowing. It's kind of like you're willing to just sit back and let things shift around you if there's no action to be taken. But at the same time, you're willing to take action if that's from a place of divine guidance. But you're not willing to take action to make other people feel comfortable, to feed your own ego, because the creation itself is so precious and divinely guided that you're only willing to keep it in the highest frequency. I'm going to keep going here because I do see changes coming. Okay, so even though there is change coming, though, your foundation, this place, this frequency that you're holding is not going to change. This place of empowerment, of mastery, of I'm hearing, this is literally what I'm hearing. So I'm going to put it in an I now because I like to use I am statements. I know what I'm doing. I know the guidance that's coming through me. And I know that other people may think that's crazy, but this is how I'm showing up because this is how I'm divinely led. This is what I'm going to do because this is how I'm divinely led. And if that doesn't work for humanity, relationships, coworkers, friends, then I'm sorry, but I'm not going to alter this beautiful truth that is coming through me to make you feel comfortable, right? That's not on me, that's on you. So now I'm speaking as you, or I mean, because I'm a Pisces, I could say I'm speaking for myself as well. But I hope you're getting the feeling here is that that is your foundation, is it's only taking action when it's a divine yes. It's taking action from a place of doing what you're told, not because you're creating an outcome. And you're doing it in the purest way, right? And sometimes the purest way can be to take out that warrior, right? I think it's interesting. And this has been coming through a lot. So I'm just going to share this. We have this expectation that if we are in service of the divine intelligence, or if we are a spiritual being, that means that we're always super sweet and nice and that we don't bring out that warrior side. And I'm going to say the opposite is true. When we are in alignment with the divine, and there's frequencies that come in trying, I'm not going to say trying, because it's up to us to hold our own frequency, that are interrupting that, let's just say. It is, yeah, first we put up our hand and we say, no, that's not okay. And then if it comes out again, you put up the other hand. No, that's not okay. And then if it comes back again, at some point, there's a choice. Do I keep having to put my hand up and say, no, that's okay? Or do I take out the sword and say, I'm being serious? This isn't okay. Or do we create a clear-cut boundary and use that sword to cut off communication altogether? Every single one of those is a choice that we make in order to serve our frequency within the divine. Like being in the frequency of the divine doesn't mean that we have to be nice and let people enter our space. It means we stand up for the frequency that we are holding over everything else. And if that makes people uncomfortable, that's on them, not on you. Okay, so I'm just going to leave it at that. Okay, so we're going to the 7 that you're getting. You're always going to be given the answers, right? So if you're ever feeling lost in this, or how do I handle this? How do I approach this? Don't go to your mind, go to your heart, right? Go to that heart space and ask the frequency, the intelligence of the divine within you. And wait until you get the answer, because you are held. Like this placement in the reading is what you're not seeing. And what you're not seeing is that you are on a solid foundation within the divine frequency within you. It doesn't get more solid than this. You are at the mastery level of the 4, which is foundation, meaning nobody can knock you down unless you let them. And if you need guidance in how to approach hardships in life, go to the divine within you for the answers and know that they will come, because it's there. Is all you have to do is stand on your foundation, connect in, and the answer will always be there. That's where you go. Okay, let's keep going. All right, so co-creation space again. Okay, so I love this card here because the co-creation space is coming from an activation that's happening within you. And it's coming from that your transcribed frequency of the divine intelligence that is in your DNA. And it's turning on, it's turning up, it's amplifying. I have this image of it's getting so loud that there's no denying it anymore. There's no more denying of, is this what is being asked of me? I'm gonna say, if you're feeling like you're not getting the guidance, I want you to just step back. I want you to center yourself. And when you ask for guidance, know that it is there. Maybe the question is, am I listening, or do I not want to hear what it's saying? Because to be in co-creation with the divine guidance, we have to be willing to say yes, no matter what. Is it a yes for you? And if it's not, just be honest about it. It's like, okay, there's some things that I'm being asked to do that I'm not ready for. At least be honest about it, because then you're creating a conscious choice instead of saying, oh, well, I'm not hearing the guidance. when you are, you just don't want to hear it because then it starts to shut down and it's almost becomes this place of self-betrayal because you're not listening to your heart and you're acting from another place. And like I said, it's okay to do that if you're not ready to take guidance, but at least be very honest about it. It's like, I hear you. I hear you, divine. And I am holding this in my heart space. I am not ready. Give me strength, give me stamina. But I'm letting you know that I hear you and I'm not ready. But when I am, I will take action. That is a conscious choice that keeps communication open with your divine. And because there is change coming and there is a new beginning that's trying to happen. And being honest about whether or not you're ready for that is going to really okay, so to be honest about it is going to keep it in a high frequency. Even if it's choosing not to take action, at least you're openly communicating with the intelligence that you're not ready to take action. And then you get to sit in, what am I afraid of? What do I need to let go of? What do I need to work on? And you're working on bringing yourself back into being willing to say yes to that divine frequency. That's a co-creation, right? You're co-creating with the intelligence of the divine. That is the one place that you get to show up and be fully transparent. Be fully transparent with yourself and with the energy of the divine within you. Okay, another 5, you guys. Okay, all I have to say is March is going to be a big changing month for you. Wow. Okay, so you're in particles of possibility. In you, but you're embodying this change. Let me just say, sometimes when we hear, ooh, big changes are coming, we're like, no, I don't want it. Embrace it because you started with the 8, which is flow, synchronicity, the willingness to follow your heart. And it's coming from a place of mastery. Whatever it is that you're in creation of or you're experiencing, I mean, this could even be, this just came in when I went back to this place over here of the 3 with the 2 5s. This could even be a rearrangement of a contract that maybe was signed. So that just came through. So I'm saying it. Let's go back over here though. But know that this 5, there's like an energy that's pushing it that you can either resist that or you can embrace that. But this is part of your blueprint, right? This experience is an activation that's happening within you. And you can either attune to the frequency and grow and shift and amplify your connection with that divine within you, or you can resist it, right? But I'm really getting that for most of you, you're all in. You know what it's like to go down that road. And you're only going to go to the place where you don't know because you know what it is that you left. And it's really the only choice. And in that, you just stay open, you keep surrendering, and you keep, it's like you're at the edge and I'm jumping because I know what it's like to turn around and go back. I'm only going forward. I fully trust, I fully surrender, and I'm willing to go through the change. And again, you're getting another 6. So this change is literally transcribed in your DNA. It is activating and you are having the experience of this. How will you experience it? Embrace the beauty that is in this because it is so beautiful and so divinely held. And I just really want you to take a moment to feel that in your heart because sometimes it can be scary and we get to say I'm afraid, but then we say give me stamina and give me strength to stay connected and say yes to the intelligence of the divine within me. Sometimes those are big yeses and they're not always easy, and I just want you to know that I feel you in that, and I love you for saying yes to that frequency within you, to your heart. because you're going to be not only just fine, but you are going to, it's going to get to a place where it's almost the game, right? It's like saying yes to the divine and creating a reality that you may not be able to see yet is more real than what's actually happening, because you're holding that foundation, right? The foundation is holding you. You are a channel of grace. You are the frequency of the divine. How will you experience that? Will you experience it through your programming, or will you experience it consciously attuning to that intelligence and always saying yes to that first? That's the choice here, right? Because we actually have to choose and take action to create the beautiful connection with that intelligence. We have to choose the intelligence to have a life that is based in the frequency of 963 or the divine. And I am getting with this card, it is a mastery level of the 9, and it is straight and arrow, extreme focus. You know exactly where you're going, but you know what? That's where you started. I know who I am. I know what I'm doing. I know what I'm choosing. And sometimes those choices can be so big that it ruffles the feathers of our life that we were choosing before. This reading is saying keep choosing the divine, because girl or boy, man, my lovely souls, my lovely Pisces, where you are going is going to blow your mind. Let go of what you think it is and let it show you what it is. From that beautiful heart space, stay focused on your heart. Keep saying yes. This change is here. You're in it. Keep going. Don't let the static or the chaos interfere with your heart space and resting in the frequency of the divine. You have a double 9 to end this reading with: mastering the illusion. There's no messing around with Pisces anymore. Pisces knows what's going on. Pisces knows that the only space that is real is the connection with the intelligence of the divine within your heart. And if there is any energies that are coming to try to take you out of that place, you're not standing for it. You cannot take Pisces out of her heart space ever again. It is done. You know what that's like. And if it is done, it's because you're choosing it, not because you let an energy from outside of you put the illusion, put the veil in front of you where you weren't seeing clearly. At least now, if you're choosing the illusion, you're choosing it consciously. Bravo. I'm proud of you. Keep going, keep attuning, keep fine tuning this, because this is a place of mastery. All right. It's not easy. I love you guys. All right, let's do this. Let's activate you. Heart, hands on heart. Taking in that deep breath, opening your quantum portal in your heart, connecting to that ascended self, knowing that your consciousness is held in a divine operating system, that it's there for you to experience. It's there for you to use, to rest. It's there for you to really get to know the power of saying yes to that divine within you. Just attuning all of your cells to the frequency of 963. Just resting, surrendering. Oops, time to wake up. Surrendering. All right, my beautiful souls. Let's activate you with the codes 11, 5, 7, 1, 6, 9. Just feeling those as they turn on. bringing your body into the expression of Source, attuning your consciousness to this frequency, having the experience, and just resting in this space, knowing that this is your foundation. This is where you begin everything. You begin relationships, you begin choices, you begin your day, you end your day. Everything starts in that beautiful foundation of the frequency of Source. I'm just taking in a deep breath. All right, my beautiful Pisces. I'm proud of you. I feel you, and let's go do this.